Might travel, love to cruise, love to ramble. Might travel, here we go, adventure calls.
Hello, hold on.
There's alarms.
Hold on, my alarm is for me tablets. Done. That's shut that off. Hi everyone.
Right, okay.
I don't know. I think the stool's about.
Can you imagine the chair broke? Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be so funny. Well, we're here to talk Ambassador.
Well,
first of all,
Mike is. I'm here to interview Mike about Ambassador.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell you all about Ambassador and what I thought about it and what I liked and what I didn't. So
before
that's coming up.
We've got a few little shout outs to do today. So
We
first
have.
of all, get comfy. Welcome
Yeah.
to Might Travel Live. This is going to be about Ambassador. We've got our drinks, no alcohol.
No
of course.
alcohol today.
So I've been working in the morning. And we're going to start with some shout outs. So I want to quickly just do a massive shout out to two very special people that recognized me on my train the other day, which was Kevin and Annette Hines. I was on, going up towards Liverpool way, and I was just about to do the doors, and they went, Dave! And I was like, hello. And they recognized us. So, and they asked how Mike was as well. So Kevin and Annette Hines, thank you.
Shame I didn't meet you as well.
They come and watch every week, so I'm praying they're here today. And of course, do you want to talk about John? Johnson's come back from Jamaica.
Oh yes, John and Helen have just come back from Jamaica, and unfortunately, John's not been well, so I don't know whether he's joining us tonight. I hope he is, and we just hope you're feeling a lot better, John.
Definitely. And as you all know, obviously we've lost our tans now, but we've just come back from Gran Canaria, which was absolutely superb because they'd had a storm pre us going and they had a storm post us going. But we slot right into that week where it was absolutely gorgeous every single day.
And unfortunately, my 2 night to Bruges, there was no sun.
But he wasn't getting off the ship anyway because we're going next year.
Yeah, we're doing Ambience next year.
We are.
So Ambition I did, and next year we're doing Ambience.
But before next year, Michael, we have a cruise coming up, don't we?
We do, yes. Well done. The girls had their food. Look who's come to join us.
So we're going back on Discovery 2, as you all know, and that is going to be a very extensive new sort of vlog because we're going to be revisiting something that we did as our first, but this time with a lot more knowledge about cruising. So we are going to bring you a lot more things on Discovery 2, and hopefully the boys will feature as well. So, yes. Oh, Mike, cut off.
The group cruise, which is March the 22nd, and it's on Sky Princess. The group cruise is all going ahead, and we set today as the cut-off point. At some point, we need to know exactly how many numbers. It's not an exact date today, though, so if you're still interested in joining us on our group cruise, drop us an email at midatravel@icloud.com and we can send you the details if you're still interested. So that's our group cruise on Sky Princess, and it's visiting from Southampton. It's going to Spain.
We're doing a bit of France. Bit of Spain, yeah.
So for a week.
That one, yes. And may I just quickly throw another very special announcement out there today. So as you probably know or may not know, the boys we cruise with have also got dogs, and one of those dogs is a very, very special dog. He's an admirer of Lily, even though Lily can't stand him. And it is our beautiful Perry's birthday today. Perry is 4 years old. There he is in all his joy. That was taken by me down in Cornwall because he is just absolutely delicious, and we love Perry. But Lily doesn't fancy Perry. She fancies Skipper, his brother. Hey ho. Each to their own. And of course, our last shout out goes to another very special person, which is our Mandy, aka Molly Moondust. Mandy, big cuddle clock, gorgeous man. Mwah. Yeah. Love you, Mandy.
Yeah, lovely to see you here. Always happy when we see you with us.
Yes. So with that, should we quickly check some comments and hellos, then go on?
Yes, and then we'll get straight on to Ambition and Ambassador and how I found that cruise.
Right then. So Andy Pat, I've not seen that name before. I hope I've not got that wrong. But it says, hello, we look forward to... Oh, I'll pop on the screen. Hello, we look forward to watching your vlogs, and we're very interested to hear about the Ambassador as we're on Ambience on 1st of May for 3 nights to Amsterdam. And Bruges, Andy and Jackie, keep up the good work. Well, I think you're going to be very impressed with what Michael's got, because I won't give the game away, but I think, based on the face, he actually quite enjoyed it.
Well, it was certainly a better experience than my solo on Virtuosa with MSC. So it was a better experience than that.
Defo. Ian and Stace, hello guys, evening all.
Oh.
Just wanted to pop in and say we can't be on tonight. Stacey's going out on a works meal, but we'll catch up later when she's back. No worries, guys.
Not the same without you.
No.
But have a lovely time,
Don't
Stacey.
do it again, okay? Oh, here she is, Mandy. Hi, all. Hope everyone's okay. Mwah. I can't do
Love
it,
you,
man.
babes.
You know I can't do it, but I try so hard. It doesn't want to work for me. I'm sorry. There we go. He's got
Just
it.
for you, man.
And in Georgie, hello guys.
Hey,
They are in the
hello,
room. Good
guys.
evening all.
And of course, they're just back from Voyager.
Mhm.
And look at the picture,
I know.
the exchange.
They get
certainly
well
got into it.
They do.
They did. I
They do.
love the pictures. And I know that they loved Voyager as much as we did, which makes me really happy because we tell everyone, Morella Voyager, best ship.
And there's the proof. Proof's in the pudding.
I know Andy and Georgie loved it as well. So that's really good.
We're still going to meet up, guys.
Yeah.
Thomas Aiken, looking forward to this. Just finished watching Ambassador Day One vlog. Very impressed. Well done, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
I think-
I mean, obviously, my day one vlog from Ambassador has gone out today. So if you haven't seen it, it's about 45 minutes long and covers the embarkation and my first steps and first experiences on board. So have a look out for that.
Should be good. I've seen it. Stuart McCulloch, hi Stuart and Kerry. Hello everyone from
Kerry,
Swansea.
how you doing?
All right, buddy. Jill Bollums. What is Linda
Hey,
doing?
Jill.
She's doing- Hi Jill, how are you, my love?
Oh,
Hello,
always good to have
boys.
Jill with us as well.
And Alexis Donahue. Hello, Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, how you
Hope you had a
doing?
great time. I reckon you did. Without me. I did.
Yeah.
I
I'm
did.
going to show you everything in a minute.
I actually really missed him this time. I had a great one day off, and then the next day I was really sad and I really missed him. I think, though, it was because, like I've said to our friends, Mike chose to go away on Easter, so I was alone all over Easter, and on our anniversary. It was our 19th year married anniversary, and he
I wasn't
here.
here.
Shame on him. And he came home to roses, bouquets of flowers, cards, chocolates.
I didn't think I was going to have an Easter egg, but I got 5.
That's what I do.
Trying to lose weight.
I'm a feeder. Dan and Sarah, hi everyone, how you guys?
Hey, Dan and
Feel like
Sarah.
It has been ages, Dan. It's been
Yeah,
forever.
we haven't done a live for a while, have we?
No, it's been my
No,
work.
it's been a while. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
to be fair, one of the work because last time it was because you were on that Ambassador, but
Yeah.
there will be more coming.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yes,
Don't you
and
worry.
our members one will come up probably next.
Oh, here she is, the
Hey,
comedian. I
Kerry.
love Kerry. She makes me
Kerry,
scream.
did you see the story about the sweeteners
I
today?
did.
So
Oh,
I had
my
that
word.
same experience. Me and Kerry, dropping our sweeteners all over the floor.
Well, I'm glad that it was the sweeteners and not the prosecco. Was it prosecco? It was prosecco.
Oh,
wasn't it?
yes.
That
Yeah.
was that, but not the prosecco. Billy,
Hey,
good evening
Billy.
all. Hello, mate. Oh, little
Little
Perry,
Perry,
he's
yeah, he's
gorgeous, isn't he? Oh,
Ryan.
Ryan's in. The boys are on a
Oh.
cruise. They go
Oh, we love the beach house.
coming in the
don't we?
beach house. Have you got internet there? Then? Did you get a package, or have you got like a
They
eSIM?
must have internet there, unless they're at the port.
Because we found it
Uh,
really hard.
We
really
love the
hard,
beach
yeah,
house
yeah.
on
I don't know.
Iona. Yeah, we
Yeah.
really enjoyed the beach house.
I take
Probably
it
our
as
favourite
Azura
bit
is the
of it.
mirroring ship.
No, it's Arvia, but oh no, it's Arvia is the sister.
Well-
but it is P&O, and they obviously have the same restaurants all around.
Dimitri! Haven't seen for ages, Dimitri.
Hello, stranger.
Hello. Saw you two at Jumbo a couple of weeks ago. Oh, why didn't you come and
You
see
should have
us?
come and said hello.
We had a picture last year.
We were lucky with the weather. We had perfect weather there.
Oh,
We
you,
came after the storms.
you were chatting to someone, so didn't want to interrupt. Don't be daft.
Oh, you
Hope
can
you've
always
had a
come
great
and say
time
hello.
despite the weather. We had a lovely time because our weather was perfect when we were there. We didn't have any issues. I'm talking of Cruise Critics of the Year and the best salesman. If anyone ever wants a cruise, this is the not Susan, she's the next one. This is the man. Matt Johnson. Hi, Horn. Mark actually is a cruise sales up in Manchester.
Yeah.
And really good. So if
We'll
you
get
ever
him on
do
here
want to
one
book a
time.
cruise,
Yeah, we'll get Mark on
Mark's
here
the man.
one time.
Mark's the man.
Come and talk to us.
Hey, babes. And Mark's just been the best man, so you know. There we go. And Susan McCluskey's in. Sister-in-law, hello to
How you
everyone.
doing?
Hello
Hi.
there.
I know she's away at the moment up in Normandy, Brittany, that area, and she's loving it.
Doing a bit of history.
She is loving it. She said it's like England was years ago. It's beautiful there.
Perfect. Wendy Mill, hello, Wendy.
Hey,
Loved the first
thank
bit
you,
from Ambition.
Wendy. Oh,
a lot more to
good.
I hope you didn't go flat though, like you did on the last one.
well-
Can you remember you like, we did really well the first two, but then we did nothing for the last couple.
I know. No, tomorrow I think is that part 2 is all right, but it does incorporate the ship tour, and then obviously there'll be a part 3, and then I'll probably do a dislikes, likes, and tips video. So a few more to come, but we've still got a couple of parts to come off MSC.
We did.
So I need to also do those in between them.
And Cruising with the Whites, but no Wi-Fi package, just close to land.
land. That's ideal.
There we go.
Well, hopefully you're not sailing just yet.
Well, before we go on, I've
Yeah.
just got one more thing, Michael, that we
Yeah.
have to do. We have to say hello
Yes, we do.
to our channel
wonderful
members. Dan and Sarah, Stuart and Kerry, John Freeman and Alan, Chris and Sarah, Ian and Stacey, Jack and Noel, John Scott Moore, Suzanne McCluskey, Andy and Georgie Fisher, John and Paul's Travels, Graham Fellows, Steve Morton, Sean and Michael. Love to you all. Thank you so much for supporting
We
us.
really, really, really appreciate your extra support. It really helps us a great deal. So thank you very much.
Right, onwards and
Onwards and
upwards.
upwards. Right, are we ready to start?
Let's do it. Right, okay. So, Michael, first of all, just tell us a little bit of information about the ship you've been on.
Right. The ship was originally built in 1999, so it's quite an old one. And it was for something I haven't heard of. It was for, I've lost it. Where is it on there? Festival Cruises. And it was called Mistral. And it was actually acquired by Ambassador and first came into service in 2023 with a capacity of about 1,200. So the interesting thing for me with this ship is last time I went solo, it was on at the time, although we've beaten it since, the biggest ship I'd been on with 6,000 passengers, which was MSC Virtuosa. This one is the smallest ship that I've ever been on, and it has a capacity of about 1,200 passengers. Now, the interesting thing with Ambassador is they do sail the Caribbean, but a lot of their cruises generate from the UK. And I had to get to Tilbury Port. Now,
God alive.
Tilbury was a bit of a nightmare to get to, so I decided that I was going to find a hotel near Tilbury. And I'd never been to the Lakeside Centre at Thurrock. So I decided that I would look for a hotel at Lakeside Centre. And I chose the Travel Lodge Lakeside Thurrock. And you know, I had a bargain. I paid £57.95, something like that. And that was for one night stay with a breakfast the following morning, with an unlimited breakfast in the morning.
No Travelodge did the breakfast.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, it was ample. It was a good breakfast, and I have to say, I was really impressed considering we paid £70 for that Ibis budget hotel at Manchester Airport,
God alive.
which was horrendous. It was a broom cupboard. I have to say, the Travel Lodge for £57 was cracking, and I was able to walk across and check out the Lakeside Centre, which I've never been to, and it's one of the biggest shopping areas in Europe.
I got so jealous. He said that we're going to stay there next time. We'll go on the ambience.
Yeah,
And we're going to go in there, aren't we?
yeah,
Let's
we're
press
gonna.
some
I'm
buttons.
gonna try and book the same hotel and take him to show him the Lakeside Centre. It was a really good place. I had like 5 trains and 2 underground trains to get to Chafford 100, which is the railway station by Lakeside. So I had quite a journey. It was about 5 hours to get from Telford right down to there. The nice thing with Lakeside is the following morning, I had to walk to the railway station, which was only 5-10 minutes, and I had 2 stops. I had to change at Grays and then went on to Tilbury Town. And then, of course, I walked from Tilbury Town railway station. I walked to the port. It was about a 10 to 15 minute walk. It was flat. It was easy. I will do a video showing the walk. And of course, I got to Tilbury Docks, and I have to say that I really like Tilbury Port. Have we got?
Well, hold on. Before we start, we need to
Yes.
we need to start getting into the mojo of it all. Right.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to interview him now.
Yes.
Kids, okay.
Yes.
So basically, I know that Michael liked a few things on board this, and I know that he really, really liked the building and, of course, the check-in process. So tell us
Yeah.
about the ship, what your likes were on the ship, Michael, and then we're going to explore
Right,
your
so
dislikes after that.
First of all, let's just say that with any cruise, you are going to have good and you are going to have bad. This is my experience and my opinion, and there will be many different experiences and opinions. This is just what I think. So lots of people will disagree with me. Lots of people will hopefully agree with me. But first of all, the embarkation, not the best embarkation I have, but look at that building. I think there might be another picture next. I mean, I loved this building and it was fairly well organized. The thing that really shocked me, going through security, I have never had to take an handkerchief out of my pocket before. I've always left the handkerchief.
Those handkerchiefs are dodgy.
They made me take it out.
They're very, very dodgy.
Yeah, they made me take it out. I had to put my hanky in as well, so it was quite strict. Don't go too far.
I won't. Well, I wanted to. Have you finished with that bit? Because I was about to question.
No, I was just going to say, so embarkation was, as any embarkation is, a little bit slower, but they be careful if you want your time, because they were making people sit on the chairs. You can see the purple chairs. If you're early, they'll make you sit on those chairs. Now, when I came through, it was about 1:20, and they told me to go straight away to the queue to get the passes. But people were sat there that were waiting, that were there for 2:00, and they called them afterwards. So don't try and, you might get away with 15, 20 minutes early, but they do seem quite strict with that. But the embarkation was fine. The only other thing I didn't like was, as you left this building, there was a photo opportunity.
This is meant to be likes.
Oh, right, okay then. Okay, we'll carry on with the lights then. So embarkation was fine, no problems.
Well,
and this was where
can I quickly ask a
came
question
into-
though?
Yes.
Before. Did you take this photograph as soon as you went on board?
Yes.
So it was this empty as soon as you went on board?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow, where was everybody?
One of the big surprises for me with the ship was just how empty it seemed.
Like TARDIS, like.
Yeah, it just
Small,
absorbed
but-
the crowd
yeah.
really well, and I was quite impressed with how quiet it did seem.
Ooh.
Yeah, there might be a problem with Facebook at the moment.
First of all, guys, is everybody okay who is on the YouTube? Because we've just been told that the Facebook has been deleted. Not that actual whole page, but the actual stream, the feed. I think Mike was shouting too loud, and that's why it's gone off. That is, I've never had to see that before. Because look, we've lost literally half of our viewers.
We've never had that before. Oh well, not a lot we can do about it, and hopefully they'll come back and view us on here. Don't just leave it.
Go on, Captain.
Yeah, so when you board, you more or less come right into this area and into the reception. And my first sort of thoughts was just how clean and nice everywhere looked, and how quiet. If I carry on, and I will do the likes first. Let me see, where's the next page? So the reception was lovely. It was never busy. Like
My job. Right, go on.
I thought I'd lost you for a minute. Carry on.
No,
then.
it's because
Let's see what's next.
It's because a messenger came through, and I need to check it
Let's
in case
see
it
what's
was about the
next.
feed.
Right.
Ooh.
This is part of the buffet, the Borough buffet. Now, I have got more pictures which I will put on Facebook, but I just wanted to show really how small it was, and I'm going to show you in a bit one of those bunnies, because they frightened me a little bit. I thought it was lovely that they put Easter, Happy Easter, and the bunnies out everywhere, but they were a bit frightening.
Shall I move forward to a picture?
Yeah. Well, I've got one in a minute.
You have. It's not next, though. It's at the end.
No, that's fine. We'll show it at the end.
Okay.
So the buffet, the Borough Market Hall, I really liked. And again, it just never seemed busy. I know they weren't serving food at this time, but every time I went in there, no trouble getting a table. And it was always quite quiet. And I liked the fact in there, shame I hadn't got another picture on, but how spaced out the seating was.
Can I just quickly nip onto that tab? It's not going to lose it. Stay with us,
I
folks.
don't know. It might lose it.
Well, no, because it's there.
Go on then.
Please don't go. I don't know why it's gone there. Anyway.
Go back.
Sod it. We'll
Right.
just carry on as we are.
Yeah.
Apologies about that, folks.
Okay, so the buffet I was really impressed with. It was a nice room, and there might be another picture. I'm not sure. I thought I put one of the length. Go on. Ah, there you go. So this is
A picture of the length.
the whole length of the borough. So this is the buffet, and look how well spaced the seating is. You don't normally get that much space on a lot of cruise lines. And so I also like the fact that there were tables for two, which there aren't tables for two in the main dining room, but we'll come on to that later. So the buffet I was really impressed with, and I thought the food in there, my first meal in there was one of my favourites, cottage
I was
pie.
going to say shepherd's pie.
Cottage pie. It was lovely.
Right.
Oh, the room.
See, I think this looks really cozy. I think this looks. I was actually when Mark sent me this picture when he first got there, I was surprised because I thought it was going to be very, very basic. But this looks more cozy to me than any cruise ship we've stayed in. Apart from Princess, I like those; they were cozy. But this looks really nice.
First of all, I asked because I was struggling to find the cabin, and one of the cabin cabin stewards took me all the way down the length of the ship to this cabin. And when I walked in, I have to say I was really, really impressed. I just found the room really relaxing. I don't know that picture on the back really.
Nice.
I just found relaxing. And I thought the color scheme was nice. There was plenty of room. The only mistake they made was I did ask for a double setup. But they changed that without.
They must
any
have watched
problem
the
at
channel,
all.
Mick.
Yeah,
They must have thought I was coming.
they changed that without any problem at all. But overall, the inside cabin was absolutely fine for me, and I was very happy in there.
Happy days.
But
Ooh.
there will be a
Ooh.
cabin review. Laundry. I wanted to touch on the fact that how good it is that they have a self-service
So
laundry.
this is free.
This is you pay.
Yeah, yeah.
The ironing is free.
But
There
you
are
pay for
two
your pods.
ironing boards in there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know you pay £3 per wash and £3 per drying cycle.
Mhm.
What I couldn't do, though, that machine there actually operates the machine. So they're all.
Okay.
I couldn't find the numbers on the machines, but they correspond to the numbers. And I think you put your token in, press the number of the machine.
It'll probably be one of these things where when you put your money in, it will select the machine and it'll light it for you, so you know which one.
Yeah,
it goes.
probably.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any detergent or washing powder. Or
Well, it has to be because there's a hatch right there.
Well, no, I have sort of read that you can ask at reception, so I couldn't see a machine to get it out of. But of course, we would say take a bit of your own anyway.
But
it would
can I just say, for an older ship, and such
Yeah.
a small ship, what a bonus to have a laundry
Yeah.
room, because as you know, Morella, which is
Yeah.
small ships, you don't get it and you've
Yeah.
got to pay for the service. So hats off to our master for that one. That's fantastic.
This one is on deck 9, and it is the only deck with
Oh,
a laundry
interesting.
on it. So if you want the laundry, you've got to go to deck 9 midship. And I think it's open pretty much all day from early morning till about
It's
8-9
self-service,
o'clock
it
in the
wouldn't
evening.
close, yeah.
No, I've got a video coming out on Facebook which shows the times on there, but yeah, and it was very quiet. I wanted to show a drinks menu. Now I have put the menu out on Facebook today, but this is the bar drinks menu. And this is pretty. I like the fact that all the bars have their own menus,
They're all the same.
but when you open them up, they're all the same. There's a
Oh.
few exceptions,
Bless
which I will get out eventually. But I just thought the drinks were quite reasonable. Now, I didn't have a drinks package. I didn't intend on drinking much without you being there. So I think the whole time I had one
He
cocktail.
didn't want to party with
Dan, I tried the pina colada. It was a cracker. Yeah. Two of the things I will say I was really impressed with Ambassador was their drinks. The cocktail I had was brilliant. And also the food
Well, that's a whole new tab.
Yes,
So
we'll
we're going
come
to
to
talk
that
about
in a
very
minute.
shortly. Yeah.
So should we do part 2 of the likes?
You haven't got a part 2 of the likes, Mickey. You've only got likes and dislikes. Then you've got
No,
food.
there should be a part 2.
No, there's not.
Well,
Oh no, tell a lie. Tell a lie, kids. There is. My briefing I did earlier was
Thank you.
was bad. Was bad on my
Take
part.
that one off. That's it.
Right.
Right. Oh, my
Oh
cocktail.
my god, my eardrum just burst.
Sorry, I get excited. My pina colada, and this was in the Pendennis bar, which we've got a bars to show in a minute. Pendennis bar. It's a bit of a. I had trouble with that one. I remember it now because it was my favourite bar. But anyway, the level of cocktail. That cocktail cost me £7.
I think that's very steep. I know, it's what you pay in a bar, mainstream, but I feel that cruise ships should be a little cheaper, but hey ho.
£7. That was my choice.
Yeah, no.
I
And
mean,
you enjoyed it.
I believe that what they offered me that for the package was £45 a day, which isn't bad, but I just couldn't see me drinking £45 worth of alcohol.
I could.
I mean,
Can I just quickly say though, Mike, before
Yeah.
you carry on? Just so you all guys know, Mike was upgraded. It'll come out in the video, and this was the suite they upgraded him to. He wishes.
this is actually Bronte's library. Now, it's only one shot. On the other side is another massive bookcase of books. And I just thought,
Cute.
one of the things I liked with Ambassador, the lower decks, I thought they'd done absolutely beautifully. And one of the dislikes we'll come to in a bit is the upper decks. But certainly the bars, there's also from, you can't quite see, but there's a door there and that goes through to a card room with about 15 card tables.
That's
in
old
there.
school, isn't it?
It is, but
That's
it was,
old school, but I like it.
I liked
I
it.
like
It was a really nice, quiet
Very
place to
Titanic,
go.
guys. Very Titanic.
Yeah, it was a nice, quiet place to go. But I thought Bronte's library was absolutely beautiful. There is some more seating that you can't see on this side. They got the orange chairs in there, which I liked. But I thought it was a lovely, quiet spot to go and just have a bit of peace.
And Emily will be very proud and pleased that they've done that. Mike's pulled.
Oh, now I've got to say another big like was the entertainment. And I was expecting Odyssey. I was expecting The Real Thing. But I wasn't expecting this lady. Her name was Charlotte, I think. And she performed the first night I was there in the Pendennis bar. And she was like jazz fusion. And her first song when she got up was La Vie en
Oh,
Rose.
is it at last then?
Oh, no, La Vie en Rose.
Oh, Mike loves that.
And I love Edith Piaf. And I love that song. And the minute she sang this, she got me. And I sat there for an hour listening to her, and she did things like Wonderful World, a song that always makes me cry.
Did she do it last though, Letter James?
No, she didn't. She did Wonderful
Shame.
World, and she did some like modern ones like Bad Romance, and she did Megan Trainor's, no, what is it? She did a Megan Trainor
I'm
one.
into old music.
And she did it like in a jazz style, but I thought she was absolutely fabulous. So that made my first night. And of course, I had to get a picture taken with her. So
If you're watching, Charlotte,
yeah,
well done.
I
He's
don't know who
impressed.
she is, but you were brilliant. And then, of course, moving on, of course, we had Odyssey,
Yeah.
who were big in the 70s when
But were they any
and
good?
I liked them. Well, I have to say, the only original is The Man, and he's the only original singer left. Yes, I mean,
They're getting on though, so are they still good for their age?
they don't sound like they did in the
Yeah, of course.
70s. And when they did one of their big songs, Use It Up, Wear It Out, they done it slightly, adapted it slightly different, and it just didn't
Quite
quite
more
do
for
it for me.
vocal range.
Yeah, but I'll put some clips out of them, and it was an enjoyable evening. And as I say, it was a 70s party cruise. So having Odyssey, and then we also have I got another one with?
Yep.
There we go. We also have The Real Thing. And I have to say, they performed really well.
Yeah, because I heard a clip of
Some
that.
big hits,
And they
yeah.
actually do sound still really good.
Yeah, they certainly got the audience going. So we had Odyssey on the first night and Real Thing on the second night. And then, of course,
Oh, that's a bit cringe.
I've got to
outfits.
say the entertainment. What have I done? What's cringe?
No, the outfits they're pairing.
Oh, let me just say, ABBA party on the last night after Real Thing. I went to the Cavern, which I'll show you a picture in a bit of the Cavern. But I went to the Cavern bar, and it was ABBA night. And oh my God, ABBA, 50 years old, over 50 years old. But my word, people still love ABBA, don't they? And I have to say, these are obviously, I would think, the show team who hadn't got anything to do those 2 days. And I have to say, they were really good. And it was just ABBA, song after ABBA song. And even I had to get on the dance floor.
I challenge anyone not to dance to at least one ABBA track.
Oh, everybody loves ABBA, don't they? And then, of course, the big surprise, in my video,
Sweet.
I moan about not having an Easter egg. And I get back to my room on the first night, and what's waiting for me? And I thought, Ambassador, that's a lovely touch. I don't know whether they do that on other cruise ships, but I thought that was a lovely touch.
And while you were there enjoying that, me and Nell were cold, shaking on the sofa with no food. Bless. Right,
So
okay.
just to summarise very quickly, the things I liked. I really like the lower decks. I love the way they've done the bars. I'll show you the bars in a minute. Love the way they've done the bars and the way they've decorated and designed the lower decks. And the staff, like any cruise ship, were really good. Although we've been spoiled on Sky Princess and particularly on World Europa, where the staff, to me, were the best we've had. They were very good, the staff, but not quite on the level of those two ships.
Definitely not. Right, let's just quickly revisit some comments before we move on. So Chua Mark, hi Chua Mark. Hi guys, when is your next cruise? We're off on Morale Explore on Tuesday.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
I'm jealous.
We haven't done that yet,
No,
guys.
I saw a video the other day and it looked beautiful. Explorer 2 did. It really
I
did.
know, we've got to do Explorer 2 soon, maybe next year. But our next one is June, and we're off on Discovery 2. So back on a ship we last did about 3.5 years ago.
Fingers crossed.
And the ship that we fell in love with, Morella, and we fell in love with cruising again. So really excited to go and see what's changed in 3.5 years on Discovery 2. So that's coming in June.
Keith, hi guys, just got back from Paul and Carl's group cruise on Queen Victoria yesterday.
Oh, I thought they did
I
one
thought it
on
was a
Sky.
river, I thought it was a river cruise.
How many group cruises have they done?
Paul
Because
and
I'm
Carl's
sure
group
they
cruise
did Sky
on
Princess.
QV yesterday.
Ah, so they've done another one.
It caught up with me today. I'm Queen Crackered. Oh, was it Queen Victoria they went on? Why did I think it was a river cruise?
I thought they were, no, maybe they're doing the next one on the river cruise.
Keith, I hope you have a fantastic
Yeah.
time. And I hope you're chilling out now and you've had some nice food.
Oh,
as well.
Queen Victoria, lovely ship, so I'm sure he's had a nice time.
Donna Cooper, hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Donna.
Hello, Donna. How are you, sweet pea? Leon, I want to say it's right. Helly. We're in Bembridge on the Isle of Wight and have just seen that ship sail past our Warner Hotel. He wasn't on it. though.
Well, no, I have to say,
Too brave.
Kate and Ryan went on the ship as I disembarked. They were embarking, and they were there early in the morning and took some absolutely fabulous pictures of Ambition coming into Portsmouth. And that's another highlight. Portsmouth Port. I love sailing into Portsmouth Port. The Spinnaker, which is a viewing tower, and also the warships. We passed the aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales, and what a sight. We had beautiful sunrise, and this aircraft carrier, absolutely spectacular. It was amazing.
Stuart has put, must tell you, we were watching the Ambassador video earlier. Kerry thought you said the Pendennis bar was the pandemic bar. She said, what an awful name.
Oh, well, Pendennis or Pandemic, they're both awful names. Where Pendennis comes from, I don't know. But yeah, Pendennis, strange name for a bar.
Man has put that Ibis budget looked horrendous, guys. Man, it was like going back in the closet. It was horrific.
I got
So
banged on
hot.
the nose there.
I was
It wasn't
really,
nice.
really uncomfortable. I had to go. I tried to sleep on a chair in the bathroom because that was the only place where there was aircon and I was boiling up.
It was a horrendous. Never,
good.
ever again.
Wasn't good.
Never
I've
again.
totally boycotted Ibis now because every time we've stayed in one, it's been bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're all bad, so no one come to
No,
me. But every time we've
no.
stayed in one, it's
And again, it's our experience.
Yeah.
So
Dan and Sarah put yes all good on YouTube channel. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, it looks like Facebook has gone down. So, sorry if you put comments on and you're not seeing them and you watch the video back later.
I think it did say though, didn't it, that it's a
Yeah.
problem Facebook end. I don't think it's a problem that.
No, it's not us because YouTube's still running.
Yeah.
Man's put all okay on YouTube, babe. Thank
Good.
you. Mwah.
Good.
YouTube's good. Thank you very much, Tom. Billy's put YouTube's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. Our first ambassador this
Right.
Christmas and New Year. Personally, we like the idea of fixed dining, but big tables don't bother us, but we'll bother other people. Andy and Georgia, though, I know full well that they just get on like a house on fire with people. You know,
Yes.
they really would on those big tables.
I'll have something to say when I come to dislikes about the dining.
Mike's
And it's not all bad.
Oh, Jackie's in. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie Noel. Hi, guys. I forgot about the live chat, but we're home and watching.
They were
now.
driving home, so she wasn't sure they were going to be able to watch anyway.
Driving home.
I think Jackie was going to watch while Noel was driving. But you're with us now, so lovely to have you guys with us.
Oh, and the mother's in the room. Eileen Venus.
Mother-in-law.
Here she is. Well, I'm confused because she's still commenting.
Who?
My mum. She
On
her last
Facebook?
comment went on 6:28 on
Maybe it's
Facebook.
come back on then, because
So let us know if Facebook's back up and running, guys. Hi, Mum. Oh, she just messaged me as well on my phone. Mandy's put, we love our pre-Christmas cruise on Ambition for my 60th. Great service, accommodation, food, drink. Would definitely recommend. It looks like you
Yeah.
could have a really nice time on that ship.
I'll
It's
give you my
intimate.
final thoughts at the end, but I totally get that. Totally get it.
Jackie has put, it's gone off.
But it's still
Okay.
showing Facebook.
Yeah. And I would put Perry as a puppet.
cheeky.
And Skipper is, though, to be fair, but like I said, Perry's my little cuddle bunny. I love him. My mum's put hi, Susan. Oh, it's Susan if you're still in the room. Mum
Yeah.
says hi.
Yeah. Eileen says I.
Keith put, we got lint bunnies on Easter Sunday on Pimlico.
Oh.
Very poosh. I do love a lint bunny, to be fair, though.
Well, you know I love Lindt chocolate. I like the balls though. I like Lindt chocolate balls. Yeah.
Paul and Carol did their first group cruise on Sky last year and also a river cruise last December.
Yeah, so they have done the river cruise.
We watched the video of Sky before we decided. I mean, we put up quite a few cruise companies out there for the group cruise, and that was decided by the members. I'm not sure whether it was based on the videos we put out or that sort of stuff, but we know that they're very accommodating on Sky when it comes to group cruises. So fingers crossed. Ours won't be as big as Paul and Carol's, obviously, but hopefully they can manage to
I think
accommodate
Paul
us.
and Carol have got a really big community, and it's great that they can do it often. So that's really nice.
Bless
It's good
them.
for the community, and hopefully this won't be our only one.
No, hopefully it'll be the start
The
of
start of it, yeah.
Dana Sarah, Ambition looks lovely. It didn't look busy or crammed, which suits me, and I don't like overcrowded areas. To be fair, it did look good.
I'll tell you what, I never had a problem getting a seat. And I have to say that's probably one of the good things with being solo is it's easy to find a single seat. But honestly, I could have sat table, any of the bars, and not just on a table with someone else, or, you know, it was great. Really, really great that I could just go anywhere and sit. And I just found the ship did absorb the numbers really well, and it never looked packed. The buffet, which you would expect would be packed, never did look packed. So really good.
Right, my mum's just said, I'm on, you didn't give me a shower. Hi, mum, love you. Mwah. Sean L. Hello,
Evening,
Sean L.
Sean.
Even guys from sunny North
Sunny.
Yorkshire.
Oh, we've had rain here all day.
It's been crap.
Yeah.
It really has. Andy and Georgie put, just broke the news to Georgie about staying in the Ibis, the normal Ibis, not the budget one, the night before the group cruise next year. If she is Karen on day one of the group cruise, it's my fault. You'll be fine in a normal Ibis. It was just that. We've stayed with us before with lovely room. It's that one in Manchester Airport was horrific.
Oh, the beds were like camp beds. It was absolutely awful. And I think, yes, you'd be all right. Not every Ibis is like that. I mean, they've crammed as many rooms in as they can because of where it is.
It's Bobby.
Oh, Bobby, have you been on that cruise yet? You were going to book one ages ago. We need to know.
Bobby's been all over the shop, to be fair.
Right, shall we move on quickly because
Yes.
we've run out of time with
So,
things I didn't
Let's
like.
talk about.
Or should we do the food?
The food
Let's try
quick.
the food.
It's food quicker, right? Okay.
One of the things I will say is, right, this was the table I was put on for lunch. Now you can see it was a table for 4. My table in the evening for dinner was on a table of 7, although there were 6 of us. And I have to say, for the dinner, I was a little bit worried about being on a table with strangers. And I did really, really enjoy having dinner. I was on a table with some lovely people. Jack, who's from America, studying in this country. He's only 21, but he's done 36 cruises. His parents are big cruisers. And he was a lovely lad. I must try and throw his Facebook page out at some point because he needs a bit of a boost. He wants to start vlogging, but he needs that boost. So I will ask for some support for him when I can get his page. For lunch, let's go stick with the food because one of the dislikes I come to is on the dining. But lunch food, really, really good on Ambition. I have to say, one of the big surprises was just how good the food was. Do you want to flick on? So let's start with breakfast. This was breakfast in the buffet.
That looks lovely. Why have you got 2 orange juices though, Mike? Who was
Because
with you?
they were small glasses.
Oh, he's been cheating.
They were small glasses. There was 2 pieces of toast as well. Doesn't mean that there's one for somebody else. What I will say is there's 2 fried eggs in under those beans.
Good God. It's a nice breakfast, that.
I have to say the breakfast, this was in the buffet. Now we'll talk about the main dining room breakfast when we come to it, but breakfast I was so happy with because those hash browns, you'd have loved those hash
They did
browns.
look nice.
And the sausage and bacon was good quality. It was really, really nice breakfast. I was quite happy. I could have eaten.
Did they do
there.
scrambled eggs though?
Yes.
Happy days.
Scrambled egg, omelets. They had an omelet station. You could have poached eggs. So yeah, the egg station, have what you want. This is lunch.
Oh,
And this is like a mushroom vol au vent.
okay.
But it was nice. It tasted nice.
So basically like an upside down pie.
Yeah, but lighter.
Okay.
It was nice.
Okay. Oh,
And then you have
pea soup?
it's like 4 courses. So they give you a soup or salad course as the second. So you have your starter. This was pea and ham soup.
No, not for me, I'm afraid.
It was
kids.
really nice.
Not for moi.
Very nice. And I have to tell you, you know I love my bread. The bread was brilliant. The rolls and the different types of bread. I might have a picture somewhere at some point.
Oh,
Chicken Kiev.
What? It's got a bone in it.
That's chicken Kiev. But it was really nice.
Hang
Really
on.
tasty.
I'm confused. There's a bone leg hanging out of it.
Yeah,
Well, that's not a Kiev.
but it was only the end.
Do you know what a Kiev is?
Yes, but that's what it was described as. It was just done with a twist.
Well, I'm not having this.
It was done. With
I'm writing a
twist.
letter.
It was done with a twist, but it was very nice. Carry on. Let's have a look
No,
at pudding.
I want to hang around this for a bit. I want to talk about this.
It was nice.
Looks like duck or orange.
It
deep
was
fried in
nice. It
breadcrumbs.
tasted very nice. And then
Ooh,
that
bit of
was
trifle.
described as an English trifle.
I'd smash that because there's no fruit in it.
Yeah, there was.
Oh no, I wouldn't
Yeah,
smash
there was
it.
fruit. The old style, like my nan used to
I was
do.
going to say,
My
P.S.
nan used to put the tin.
See,
Yeah.
my nan, who is the best cook in the world, may I add, apart from my mum, love you mum, used to do me a special trifle as a child, and it had no fruit in it, and it was the best trifle in the world. But you don't see trifles. Like
See,
that
I
anymore.
don't mind now. If they'd put strawberries in the bottom, that I'd have been just strawberries. I'd have been really happy. But anyway, that was lunch, and now I'll show
Okay.
you a dinner. Right, so dinner. This was like a quiche.
Hold on, please tell me that's a starter, not a main.
That's the starter.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the starter. That's like a
Cool.
quiche starter. It was very nice.
So they just got to Tesco's, bought a quiche, and cut a bit out of the tin.
It was lovely. Leave it alone. This was a bit strange. I had gammon with pineapple,
Mhm.
and it's the pineapple that threw me on a roast dinner. You don't normally have.
Well, no, because you do have pineapple on a gammon or an egg on a gammon.
Yeah, but with chips but not with a roast dinner.
I suppose you could have it with veg. I mean,
Because you can't
it's just
see
meat,
you
isn't
can't.
it?
You just about see a little bit of roast potato.
It is
there.
odd to put a Yorkshire nut with it. It's not marrying up. But
I found it a little bit strange, but I still enjoyed it, and it was nice.
oh, okay.
And then finally,
Black
the
Forest.
Black Forest,
Black Forest.
which was lovely. So I think that gives you a good flavour of a breakfast, a lunch, and dinner. And I have to say that, as I say, the food I was more than happy with. I thought the food was really good.
Can we just quickly mention though how scrumptious Perry is again, please? Just for future reference, because he's gorgeous and I want to eat him. He's lush.
You'll get jealous.
She hates him. I don't know why. Right, before we carry on to a
Right,
few more of these.
few more.
So it's Bobby. Did you take your meta glasses on the cruise, Mike?
I wanted to, but I didn't.
Danny.
No, I wasn't scared. I think it was because I wasn't going to leave the ship, and I'm going to test them out on Morella in June. I'm going to take them because we've also got 3 or 4 nights in Magaluf, and I want to use them to interpret things, even though Magaluf's so British. It's my
Just so you know, we're not in Magaluf. We're staying in the resort next to Magaluf. I want to be close because I want to revisit it because I went there when I was 18. David was a naughty boy, but I want to revisit it, don't I?
And you want
That's
to
why.
tell me all about it.
No, I don't. That needs to stay buried.
So no, but I am going to take them in June, I think.
Can I just quickly do a shout out to the most gorgeous girl in the world, Poppy?
Yes.
Gemma's Poppy.
Oh,
so
yes.
Gemma's been watching. Our friends had a baby, and she's
Yes.
absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful
and I can't wait
baby.
to meet her. Just want to put that out there.
I can't wait to meet her either.
Thomas Aitken has put just back from family holiday to Portugal, stayed at the Tribe Hotel
Oh.
outside of Manchester. I can see that one.
I
Manchester
didn't
Airport.
see that one.
Before travelling back to Scotland by train, Dave. Hope it was all right. Great hotel, ultra modern, recommend it. Well,
Ooh.
anything would have beaten this one. Anything. You could have given me a cardboard box and
I
it'd be
think-
better than that.
Dave, maybe the word Ibis budget.
Doesn't matter, Mick. I've never been in a room so
Oh.
small.
Do you remember as well, the
Ridiculous.
one day we didn't wait for the lift because we were only 1 floor up, and we walked down the stairs, and I walked through the door, and I almost got pelted with a table tennis. They were having a tournament in there, and it was right by the door in the sort of
It was bad.
public area at the bottom. It was
And it stunk. Not nice.
oh, it was awful.
Bobby's put, get hash browns off your plate. Shouldn't be allowed against the law.
Love hash
Bobby.
browns.
Bobby.
Love hash browns.
Bobbois.
Nobody does them like McDonald's. Right?
Oh, no. I do
McDonald's
not.
hash brown.
Even Lily growled then. John Paul's Travels has put, was the food themed around the 70s? Any pineapple and cheese
No.
hedgehogs, vol au vent? Oh, he did actually have a vol au vent.
I
And a
did-
Black Forest Gatto.
So maybe I haven't got. I've got it. So no, I didn't get. But the menu on the main day, they gave it all different food. The food name of songs. So now you've mentioned it,
It could have been a theme.
I didn't see a cheese hedgehog, but I do think, yeah, maybe it was themed partly to the 70s, and I hadn't even thought of that.
Proper Kiev does come with a bone in, apparently. Oh. And to be fair, though, Kiev, is that a 70s dish? Probably is, isn't it?
I can't remember having one in the 70s, but
Answers in the
Maybe it
comments,
was.
kids. Was Kiev.
remember the Findus pancakes?
Gosh, I love Christmas.
They were later than 70s,
Yeah, they were.
weren't
They were. I'm sure they were early 80s.
They probably were.
John Paul Travels. Now we've seen it. It looks quite 70s themed, which is a good effort from there.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, I think they did a good job, and I really enjoyed it. But should we look at the things? Oh, let's
No.
have a look at the bars. What?
Bars. I'll do bars.
Let's do the
This
bars
is my
first.
stage. This is my
So the
stage.
first bar, and I think it's one of the big pluses for Ambassador.
Are these the orange features I didn't like?
No,
I like those.
no,
They're nice.
these aren't the orange ones. You'll see that in a minute in that bar that I love the name of. This is where the ABBA party was, and it's the main bar for entertainment on the ship, and it's called the Cavern. Yes, after the Beatles, and it was just a lovely, lovely area to be, and the atmosphere in there, particularly for that ABBA party, was absolutely amazing.
Perfect.
This one is the Clifton Bar. What I loved about Ambassador is how all or most of the clubs are set up well for entertainment. You could sit there and watch the entertainment on that stage. You remember, what was it, the Explorer that had that horrible shaped bar that you couldn't watch? You couldn't watch properly the entertainment. And I love the fact that all their bars were great for sitting and watching the entertainment.
Bear with.
Let me carry on
Jonathan,
talking.
I can't talk, bro. I'm
Let me
live.
carry on talking.
I'm live. I'm on live.
Oh, sorry.
Cheers. Love you. My brother, everyone else, do apologise.
So this is the Clifton, and again, it was a lovely bar.
It looks quite nice. To be
I
fair.
didn't go in here, in fairness.
Not as nice as that one. That
No.
reminds me of the Squid and Anchor,
No.
but it still looks okay.
Next, now this is the Angel Bar.
Oh, we're looking over the atrium.
Now this curls around the atrium, so you look down onto the reception and that area
Like the
there.
carpet.
Yeah, the carpet's lovely. I mean, they don't have entertainment in there, but it was a nice place to sit and have a drink if you wanted somewhere a bit quieter.
Okay.
Oh, this is my favourite.
Oh, not my favourite.
Not my favourite bar,
Oh,
and I'll tell you why there's a problem with this bar, but I do love the name. It
What?
just makes me smile.
right.
Purple
A
Turtle.
purple turtle.
Purple
It's a bit of a
Turtle.
tongue twister, that purple
Yeah.
turtle.
Purple Turtle wine bar. Now, the problem with this bar is that this is like the throughfare to the theatre. So the entrance to the theatre is just to the right of that blue post there.
So basically, what you're saying is it's a corridor.
It's a corridor, and the bar is around. If you look at the bottom to the left, that is actually the start of the bar area, and there's seats along the bar and whatever, which would probably be a better place to seat.
Nice if you want to people watch.
Yeah, I think so, but I could imagine at the time people going into the. I mean, bear in mind, one of the things that I found was you had to be at the theatre 30, 40 minutes earlier
To get a,
to get a good seat.
Yeah.
But that will come up on the
dislikes.
dislikes, the theatre. But yeah, the Purple Turtle, I love the name of it, and it is of course a wine bar. So
It's got those seats. Ugh, I hate vinyl covered seats like that. They
I
just
like the colour theme.
freak
I
me
like the
out.
colour theme, and I love the
No.
name.
No,
Right, the pool bar.
never opened. I bet.
No, there's another bar the opposite side, which I think is the next picture, called the Consulate Bar. So the Consulate Bar is sort of the opposite end, and that was open, but I only ever saw it open for coffees and.
Well, what I noticed on other people's videos looking at the ambassadorships is the pools never seem to have any water in them,
No.
which pointless having pool bars if the pools never got water
Well-
in them. Whether or not they do, I don't know, but I've never seen water in them.
No, well, I think we're going on ambience in July, so next year. So it'd be interesting to see whether the pool. I'm sure they'll be being used then. Crack on, because we're running out of time. There's the Consulate Bar. Smokers. There is a smoking area to the right of that bar, and that was the only smoking area I saw on the whole ship. And finally, the bar that was one of my favourites. This is the Pendennis Bar.
Pandemic bar.
Yeah.
Good old
The pianist was up the corner.
the what?
The pianist was up the corner. And the stage is obviously to the left. But I like the atmosphere in here. It was very chilled and relaxed. And you can see it wasn't busy. It never felt busy at all.
I still prefer the one at the beginning that looks like the Squid and Anchor.
Yeah, it was just busy. It was just busy. It was the place to go to.
Yeah.
I can't remember I think they had like a 70s music party in there the first night, but I was never going to, miss the ABBA night. Let's quickly do the dislikes because we've only got 10 minutes left. Right, first of all,
Oof.
I just found the upper decks really disappointing. I don't know whether.
my view.
Yeah,
You know my
I
view.
didn't like the grass, and it was you could see the joins, and I think there's a better picture in a minute. And I just found it a little bit dull, and like they couldn't be arsed up here. They've spent it all below the decks.
Yeah,
So-
because to be fair, the ship looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
But Mike knew this before he went on there. I don't like the fake grass that they use, and it's not like anything against fake grass because we've seen some good stuff. But with this, and I hope I'm not offending anyone when I say this, there's a lot of seam separation. You can see the gaps. There's some tripping hazards as well. I'm not a fan.
I don't know whether it's the time of the year. I would imagine once they're in a sunny climate,
Well,
and the
Mandy's put,
sunbeds come out, and
I'm going to quickly pull up Mandy's comment because she's
Yeah.
put no water in pools. That was seasonal sailing. I think on Ambassador, warmer weather is when they fill them, I think. And I know that they're now currently doing Caribbean things. But
they're doing on
using all
Renaissance.
ships. I was gonna say, it's not these
Renaissance.
ships. So these around the UK and
Yeah.
closer to home.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but
I just think looking at it, it just dull.
yeah,
I think they could make more of
yeah.
the space.
But then
But-
there's no one out there. You know, if
No,
there was people out there
no,
sunbathing, would it look
no.
a little bit more
Move on,
social?
because there you go. And I just find all of these spaces a little bit dull. Next.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Look at those tables, and I know the weather's not there, but people still want to sit down. People, and have a coffee. No, I just didn't like that either. That is the open area off the back of the buffet. So if you want to take your food outside and eat out there, you can. And I don't know what it is, but it just looks like they've not.
You're such a snob.
Is it the red chairs that are really putting me off?
It's probably just triggering you. Some people quite love it.
Right. This is another
Oh.
dislike.
Oh,
And the next picture will show this a little bit better. So it's a small theatre. I love the theatre because the stage is, look how big the stage is. But look what happens.
yeah. Someone sat on
Now-
these like movable
Yeah.
chairs in front of you.
Now, I am not even on the chair behind. I am up a little level.
Oh, you can
and-
see his head. in front of
Yeah.
you.
So there's people sat there,
Mm,
and there's somebody sat right behind that man.
God.
And I remember the first night seeing a woman on the left, and somebody came and sat in front of her, and she wasn't happy at all. And I think it is a big, big problem with this theatre to try and get more people in. I just think do 3 shows a night.
Are they doing 2 though?
They're doing 2.
Okay.
And I just think the theatre is too small to get everybody in. And that spoils your enjoyment. But I will also say, I wish ships would stop letting people in when the show is well underway. And this was a record for me. 40 minutes into this show, there was only about 10 minutes left. A woman came in and started walking behind that man to get to a seat along the aisle. And she caused chaos because she sent a table flying of drinks.
Oh, God.
And then a woman screamed because she obviously had drink spilt all over
I'd
her.
have loved the drama.
Oh, I was loving it. I was loving
Would have
it,
been
but-
loving it.
But I did feel sorry. And I thought, why are you please stop letting people in that late into the show. You know, I don't mind 5-10 minutes in, but I mean, for God's sake, by the time she sat down and found a chair, after all the chaos, they were on the last song. Crazy.
Maybe
so,
that's what she came in for the last song, the finale.
yeah, so entertainment, top class, brilliant. Theatre, be there early
But
and avoid these
But
seats.
can I say, it looks like a nice theatre, opposed
lovely
away
theatre.
from those additional seats, which I don't think should be, because we first saw this on another vlogger's
Yeah.
channel about these chairs,
Yeah,
and Mike went on there mortified that this was going to be the case, and it's proven it was
Yeah.
a bad idea for Ambassador to do such things.
Yeah.
Like Mike says, 3 shows
Yeah.
instead of 2.
yeah.
Get rid of those chairs.
I do get that maybe asking performers to do 3 shows is a lot.
What I
So
don't-
it's hard to get the balance.
But what I don't
isn't
get
it?
though, Mick, is there is a lot of space in front of you without those chairs there. So what was the intention? Was it just walking room, or was it to the fact that it was like a theatre where the actors can come in and I don't know, because there's so much space. If you go back to slide
Yeah.
this one here, take those out,
Yeah, no, there's
and that is ridiculous.
yeah. I don't know, but and of course in those chairs as well, you've got nowhere to put a drink, so you're holding your drink for the whole show.
I would just feel very uncomfortable if I was that poor man sat
Yes.
there blocking
Yeah.
everyone's view.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
talking to the people behind him all bloody lot. Right, the next dislike, I'm going to talk about the dining arrangements. Like I said, I really enjoyed being on a fixed table for dinner. And I really look forward to the second night because the people on my table were absolutely brilliant and I love having dinner with them. But I went in for lunch and the restaurant was nowhere near busy full. And I was put on a table of 4. And as I was eating my starter, a couple were put on there with me. And what they do is they fill the dining from top to bottom, and they'll put you on tables with other people. And I really didn't feel it was necessary at lunch when there were tables free. But the idea is, as they fill the back, they come further down, and then the back leave, and then they start making up those tables for dinner. So I get why they do it. But again, I just think it's that customer enjoyment. I would have liked to have had lunch on my own. And I was joined by a couple who, for the first 10-15 minutes, only talked to each other. So it was like fine because it was awkward.
Yeah.
And then they eventually put another lady on, and there were 4 of us. and then she was a bit more chatty, and then it lightened up a bit, and it was fine. But I just didn't see the need for breakfast and lunch as to why they needed to fill the tables.
Yeah.
And so on Ambassador, you have got to be prepared to share your table with the same crowd in the evening, but a different crowd if you go there for lunch and breakfast. You could be on a table with anybody. And as I say, I think sometimes it would just be nice. They didn't need to do that lunch. There was so many tables that were free. People could have had their own tables, but they were doing it so they could clear for the evening. I wanted to show Lupinos. Lupinos is a speciality, and I just was quite surprised again how they don't seem to have made much effort with
What's it a specialty for?
I don't know. I think it's like Italian, but I might be wrong.
Is it outside or inside?
No, it's inside. But one of the things as well that you can't see from the photograph, obviously, is it was very noisy from obviously some engine or something.
Yeah.
It was really noisy in there and not a nice place to be. So I didn't eat in there. I can't comment on the food, but I did feel, and this was off the Borough Market buffet, the other side. So I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is speciality, but I'll have to double check.
Oh, good God.
Yes. So this was Happy Easter. And
What is that? That's scary as sin.
I know. This was one of the Easter bunnies, and I thought, it's scaring me.
Maybe why? Because we noticed there's no children on board. Maybe why there's no children on board, because they were scared of this.
Yeah, because that's something I didn't even notice. There was no children. And until, was it you said to me?
I said that I can't see any children on
Yeah,
there. So
and I said,
usually they'll
no,
be
I
there.
didn't see any the whole time.
Maybe was it that only cruise, or
I can't remember seeing it as
Maybe not the right
Anxiety, but
pets in
maybe
for
it
that.
was, or
but yeah, because it was the holidays. So you'd have thought, wouldn't you?
I don't know, but there was no kids on there.
Anyway,
Is there any more, or is that it?
no, that's it on that one.
Right.
So we've got a few more
Okay,
comments.
let's do the comments.
We've got Andy and George put, Georgie and I are starting a campaign. She wants 2 puppies from Lillian Perry.
She'll have a job.
Yeah. And wants to call them Betty and Dave. Oh, and push them around a pram. Well, my nan is called Betty, and my mum, believe it or not, even though she's called Eileen, her real name is Betty.
So you're going to say Dave then?
Oh, look, it's still a thumbs up. Not we know it. So yes, that'll be
Betty and Dave.
perfect. Andy and Georgie, and yeah,
Or
in a pram.
would Davis be better? Betty and Davis.
No, Dave's fine.
No, Betty Davis.
Yeah, but Lil's had the snip, bless her socks.
Yeah.
Perry hasn't. He can
Yeah,
sire children.
Yeah, you have to find another willing partner.
And she wouldn't be willing
She
because
wouldn't
she
be
can't stand
willing.
him. I don't know why.
No.
She batters him all the time.
Come on, you got to go.
Oh, sorry. Call. Yes, I got that one. Stuart has put. Must admit, the ambassador ship looks lovely. Reminds me of the ships we started out cruising live almost 20 years ago. Looking at some of the trips from Bristol, which is reasonable close for us. Get on it, I'd say. I mean, at the end of the day, the ship looks lovely. Apart from the small little niggles,
Yeah.
I think the ship is absolutely fine.
I have to say, as a sort of conclusion, I would have no problem recommending them at all. There are things to like and dislike, but that is the case with most cruise ships. And the dislikes weren't enough to say, I'm not doing it again.
It'll be very interesting when we go on the
Ambient.
Ambient in 2027 as to how that is different, because it's a bigger ship. I think what's the capacity at 2,000?
No, I
Was
don't
it
think
one-
it's as much as 2. I
1.8,
mean, it's
might be 1.8.
1,200 on the Ambient, and I think it's probably not.
I
much
know it's
bigger.
big. I know it's bigger than the Ambassador
Ambition.
Ambition. Sorry, my head had gone then. But yeah, hopefully it will be still as good.
But I liked the smaller ships, and I loved the biggest plus was just never feeling overcrowded.
Mm.
It always felt comfortable. The food was a revelation, really. I loved the buffet.
Revelation.
The food was brilliant. I love the bars. I love the entertainment. The only thing I think I wish they would do is do some work on the upper decks and make them a little bit more attractive. And then I think they'd have a cracking cruise ship.
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys.
Mm.
Dan and Sarah put them decks up a run down puntins.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting when we go in July next year to see if they've done more to make those upper decks a little bit more
We will see.
appealing.
It's their thing to have the fake grass. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan.
No.
Bobby's put dining with people I don't know is my worst nightmare. Don't go on this cruise ship because trust me, you will not enjoy that then.
I will say though that I was very hesitant, and it turned out for me to be a really positive experience. I wanted to embrace it. I didn't embrace it on Virtuoso. I demanded a solo table because I'd had such a bad first day. The last thing I needed to do was sit with other people, so they gave me a table for two on Virtuoso. But I was determined this time. I wanted to embrace
I think I'd
that
like
experience.
Because, like you said, you've got to meet people, and it's nice the fact that as a solo, you can start conversations with people,
Yeah.
and then you get to know people throughout the cruise. So
Yeah.
I think it's all right. But Bobby, just so you know, if you are thinking the cruises, Morella do solo dining as well as all the other cruise ships we've been on. It's the first one we've been on where they do club you together. So don't
Just
be put off.
Yeah, just for those that aren't sure on Ambition, there's one more thing that I will talk about very briefly that I didn't like. Firstly, they have 2 dining times in the evening, which is fine. I was on the time I wanted, which I think was 5:45. So I was on the early one. I think the other one was about 8:15, but I'm not 100% on that. I might be wrong. But one of the things I didn't like, the second morning, I went for breakfast in the main dining room.
Sorry. One of the no. I'm Jackie Fairclough, bless her. She's watching Facebook. It's gone off, and she was devil because she really wanted to see it. So I'm just letting her know that it will be viewable for anyone who wants to watch it again.
Yeah.
Viewable on YouTube. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether the link will post naturally onto Facebook, which it usually do.
So let's show this video because
Okay.
I went to breakfast at the main dining room and I certainly did not get what I expected. There's a video you have to go in the media. And let me show you a little bit of a video.
So here we go. Let's go around the corner. It's very busy in here this morning. And this is it. It's like a buffet in the main dining room. So you have to come and help yourself. It looks a bit chaotic to me. I think there's an egg station somewhere as well.
So what did you make of that?
Well, actually, I thought it wasn't too bad. When you first said to me that the buffet was in the main dining room, I thought, like, because on Morella, what they do for breakfast in the breakfast servery is they just have a metal servery at the end with some cereals and things. I thought it was going to be like that, but it's not. It's an actually made buffet section of that thing, so it's a lot smarter than it would be just popping some food on it.
The only thing I would say is I could have gone up to the buffet and had, you saw the breakfast I had the last morning, which was excellent. And if I'd have known it was going to be like that, I'd have probably just gone to the buffet upstairs.
And sat solo.
What I didn't like was I went into that and sat solo. So I went into that breakfast, taken to a table, sat next to other people. The chap next to me was already eating his breakfast. And I sat there and somebody came and tea, coffee, yes, please. And they served me tea and coffee. But then I sat there. I couldn't see a menu. So I sat there. And in the end, I thought, is anybody coming? So I said to the chap next to me, I said, excuse me. I said, did you get served that? He said, no, you have to go and get it yourself.
So basically, there's no main dining room for
And
breakfast.
it wasn't
It's buffet.
And it wasn't clearly shown or indicated.
To me, though,
See,
it's not the end of the world. To
I
me.
hadn't even noticed that buffet on the way because I think I'd come in through the bottom. I hadn't particularly noticed it. And so it just wasn't expected. And the problem was I had my tea poured, but by the time I got to the food, I then had my toast done first. Then I went to the egg station, but there was only one person on the egg station with 2 frying pans. And somebody was getting 2 omelettes done. Now, 2 omelettes done from the beginning. I was stood there about 5-6 minutes waiting for them to get the omelettes done before I could get my eggs. And by the time I got back to the table, my tea was cold. And now, not a problem because they'll soon bring you another cup of tea. But I think because I didn't know what to expect, I was a little bit disappointed because I do think a main dining room should be a served breakfast.
They shouldn't have even opened it. It shouldn't be buffet or nothing.
And it was busy down there, but I do think main dining room and buffet. A buffet is upstairs, and you go to the buffet knowing what you're getting. Main dining room, I would have expected waiter service, and you don't get that on Ambassador, so be aware.
Stuart's put, don't forget to like the live, guys.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gets it more visible for us. Mandy
Yeah.
has put, oh, my mum's name was Betty too.
Oh.
Bless. Julie Osborne.
Hey,
has put,
Julie.
hi, boys.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Julie. How are you? John Paul's Travels put, think the Ambassador theme cruises are 18 plus as looked at an 80s one proves it, Alex.
That makes a lot of sense, because there would have been kids on there, wouldn't there, if they'd been allowed?
Not sure what food would be 80s. Maybe Vinette and Proctor. We just said Findus crispy pancakes. We'd love that. What's the next time for a kid? Richmond sausages we used to have quite a lot of. But see, my mum was a very inventive cook. She learned how to do Chinese food. So we used to have like Chinese and Vietnamese food and stuff. So she was really clever. So well done, mum. Auntie and Georgie have put Ambassador does Asbach
It does.
brandy. Enough
It
said.
does. I've confirmed that for you.
Is that a good brandy, is it?
Well, it's certainly the one they like.
Oh,
So,
okay. It's not the one renowned by German brandy established in 1892, is it? By any chance, by Hugo Asbach, is it?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Nice,
Yeah.
that one.
yeah.
Well, listen, guys, it's been lovely having
Yeah,
you
it
with us
has.
this evening. We've got to run because David's got to go to bed.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm dead early in the morning again.
Can I just say,
Here we go.
I've got
Half hour.
lots of footage of different things from my time on Ambassador. If you would like to see anything in particular, there's lots going to be coming on Facebook. I've started churning it out yesterday, I think, or the day before. There's lots of stuff, but if you want to see anything in particular, just drop me a line or put a comment below if you would like to know something. And if I've got footage of it, I will put it on for you.
Definitely. And before we go on our Discovery Cruise, we will also be putting out a questions tab on Facebook for anything you want us to look out for our next set of videos. So, guys, thank you so much from Mighty Travel, Mike
Yes.
and Dave, and Lily,
Yeah,
of course.
look
and,
forward to getting part 2 out.
of course, Perry. There he is, bless him. So, yes, thank you so much for watching us
Yeah,
this
thank
evening,
you.
and we will see you all again soon for our next live. Might be on Sunday, and actually it's just Saturday.
Members are we doing? I think we need members
Okay.
next.
Okay, so our next one will be a members live
Usually the
on
third week of the month we do members.
Saturday because we've got
Yeah.
guests on Sunday. So
Yeah.
Saturday will be our next live for members. So if you're in
Yeah.
the room, guys, make sure you keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll do some chat about the group cruise again and whatever else. Anything else?
Just before we go, if anyone wants to contact us at all with reference to the group cruise or any questions that you didn't want to ask
Yeah.
on live, please email us at miletravel@icloud.com and you will be answered. You will be answered.
Yes.
And
I'll
then
get to you eventually. It might take time.
we will see you all in our next live.
And John, get well soon.
Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Bye
Love you
all. Love you
Take it
all. Dave's off to bed.
I am. Good night. Take it easy.
Bye, and thanks.